Hey there. I decided to just make a quick video because one of the things that people always ask is, how do I find the classes that are going on near me? How do I find the practitioners that are around me? And it's way easier than you think, although sometimes it doesn't feel that way. So I'm just going to show you, and I'll do first, I'll start with how to find a practitioner. Now, anybody, whether you're a certified facilitator, CFMW, basically almost everybody started off as a bars practitioner. So let me pull that up and we will get rocking. Okay, we will go here. All right. Oh, it's so weird to be sharing my screen while looking at my screen being shared. Give me a second to figure out. Okay. All right, here we are. So you have your Access Conscious site. You want to find a practitioner. You're like, oh my God, I need my bars run. Okay. Or there's just something going on. You want an energetic facelift. Maybe you just want to pamper yourself a little bit. Go over here to where it says Access Bars. And you click on that. And what that's going to do is that's going to take you to the Access microsite. Microsite's a thing. There are a bunch of microsites. And we'll wait for it to load. And we'll wait for it to load. Oh. And it's still loading. This is like one of those, of course, it would be this way. I'm, trying to do the ease thing, right? All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes through these joy and glory. All of life comes to me, the ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me, the ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to the ease, joy, and glory. That's Access's mantra. Obviously, if you say it at least 10 times a day, things start working. All right, so what you do is once you're on this page, it tells you about Access Bars. It gives you all sorts of things that when you scroll down, you can both find an Access Bars class or find an Access Bars practitioner. So I just want to show you a little bit of, I'm like, I don't need to give feedback. Okay, so find an Access Bars practitioner. Because when you click on that, one of the things you're going to see is every single Access Bars practitioner who has asked to be on the website. You have two different types. You have the people who paid for a profile and the people who've just said, no, you can list me. You can contact the people who paid for a profile. You can't contact the people who haven't been listed through this website, but if you are going to someone who's running your bars, you can check, you can use it to check to see if they're an active practitioner. All right, so find Access Bars near you. You scroll down a little bit, and as I said, once you see, do you see how many facilitators there are or how many people are listed? 25,000. OMG, how do you even begin at this point? Like, just almost way too much. And of course, we're going to ignore all this stuff. This is just the entertaining part about trying to make a video to help people out. We're going to wait because it'll probably switch. Let's do another. All of life comes through these joy and glory. There we go. All right, so you see we've got people in Moldova, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Germany, the UK. I am in Ohio right now. So let's look. So what you see is you can put in the country, you can search by name, and then there's this fabulous button, more. I want to introduce you to this button because it's my favorite. So when you click on more, you can actually change the state. So let's go and we're going to look at where I am right now. We're going to look in Ohio. So I type Ohio in, I click on it. Oh my God, I still have the whole universe. What do I do now? You click search. It's the next thing to do. Okay, so now here we are, and you can see it's alphabetical. You can tell who has classes scheduled. Oh, look, it's me. There's way more than one scheduled. I just haven't finished posting them. But you can see what's going on, and you can see who's got things happening. And if someone pings you and you're like, oh, who's that? What are they doing? You can click on their picture. So it's pretty cool. And then you see the green means that you have a full profile. The little kind of grayish dot means they don't. But as I said, you can check and see if someone exists. Now, the other part that's really cool about this, sorry for scrolling really fast. Under the city, you can actually choose a city. So if you're like, oh, I want to know who's in this area, right? The only thing it won't do is, like, for example, if I say, oh, I want to see who's in Cleveland, it's going to show you who's in Cleveland, but it won't show you the next town over. So you have to, it doesn't do like the regional thing. You would actually have to be able to go into the specific city that you're looking for and click on that one. All right. So, all righty. Where do we want to go next? Let's go somewhere else. I'm going to go to Boulder, Colorado, and I'm going to go for a visit there. And I want to get my bars run because there's nothing like being on vacation and having some kind of cool thing. Whoa, awesome. So we've got 105 facilitators. Do you see how it breaks it down? And these other certifications, it'll tell you, oh, this person can give me an SE session. I really love SE sessions. How do I find everybody who can give me SE sessions? That's under certification. So I'm going to go to Colorado and I'm going to get an SE session, which is fantastic. I love this. It's like energy shopping for the future. Okay, so SE, remember, once you click on it, it doesn't just automatically change. So you got to search. 24 SE practitioners in the state of Colorado. Again, here you're only seeing the state. So you could go and then choose Boulder. You see there are 2 boulders here, the way they're listed. If you happen to know, Denver is close to Boulder, so you might notice, like, you might want to check those 2. Oh, hey, Fort Collins, I'm going to get there for a day. But it gives you at least the opportunity to check out and see what's going on. But you notice the certification popped back, so we would have to re-add SE practitioner and search to get our SE practitioners that are in Boulder. And we find Heather Nichols and Gladys Boza. Cool. So definitely a cool tool that's built in there. But as I said, I do that because it's nice to be able to drill down your searches for where someone is, to know that these things exist. You can also check and say you only want to see people with active profiles. And then class, you can see if someone has classes scheduled. So you can really start to refine this list down to what's actually happening in other than just having everybody. So that's my favorite button. It's the more button. The next part that I want to show you is how to find a class. What classes are going on where you are? Again, it's not as simple as classes in my area, but it does have that same kind of drill down. So let's take a quick look. So here we are at the main page. And yes, I totally opened 2 tabs at the same page, so I didn't have to go back or accidentally end up somewhere different. So here we are, main access page. Love it, love the people. They're so much fun. We go to classes, class calendar search. Kind of seems obvious, but most people might start looking other places. This actually doesn't get you to the same place. I think it goes to a slightly different spot, but this is my go-to. Is I want to do a class calendar search. And I would like to know what classes are happening in California. And like this, you could still search by the facilitator if you wanted to. But here we are. These are all of the classes that are going on. And you'll see, hey, that's me. We had an Access Bars Gifting and Receiving last night, and Access Book Club and Exploration. You've got all sorts of different things that show up here. So it's not just like your Access Bars class, your foundations, your things like that. You've got everything. So, well, let's start by making this a little bit more narrowed down, because there are 2,055 scheduled classes right now. And like I said earlier, a lot of people have classes that they're getting ready to put on the schedule. This changes every day. So let's go to do a search. Oh, sorry, forgot to do more. So we'll start with the country. I'm going to search in the United States. It's because I'm here. I'm okay with it. So we'll search, we'll just narrow it down because I'm willing to travel anywhere in the United States. I really just want to know what's going on in the US right now. And so I can choose, have like everything to choose from. What are the possibilities? All right, so here we go. And it's shifted and we can see that there's a free clinic for mental health awareness in San Diego, a gifting and receiving in New York, a gifting and receiving in Cleveland, a gifting and receiving in Los Alamos. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to see so many people having gifting and receiving events. Allison's got a free online event. Ooh, we can do a Being You intro adventure, foundation. But this is still maybe a little bit too much choice. Like we're still only a week out, right? You may want to be like, okay, not right now. Now that I have some ideas of what's possible, talk to the entities intro, we can go back up and we can narrow it down. Format. I want to be at a class that's live. Okay, so let's search for live classes. 231. There are 231 live classes. A lot of those gifting, receiving, foundation, clarity nights. We've got X-Men. We've got all sorts of things that are here. I really think it's phenomenal and a ton of fun to kind of scroll through and see what people are doing. Access bars classes, MTVSS. Oh my gosh, there's so many pages. So you can just scroll through the page and see, or maybe you have an idea that you're looking for a body class. Now, body classes are not just 3-day body classes. Body classes include facelift. Body classes include MTVSS. Body classes include a lot of the individual body processes that are in the 3-day body class. So you'll see all of those in here, as well as the 3-day body classes that are in the US, because that's my parameters, right? It doesn't have to be. You can change the country to whatever country you'd like. And then there you go. You can choose. How cool is that? The other part that you can do, we're going to go to all, and I'm still going to say live because I still want a live class, but I would like to see a live class. Now, wait, hold on. Let me scroll down so you can see. I think we're missing some states in here. Are we missing states? We're not actually missing states. These are the states where there is currently something scheduled. So if a state's not on here, it just means there's nothing currently on the schedule. It doesn't mean that won't change tomorrow. So keep looking, keep coming back, keep checking. I think Texas is a pretty happening place. I mean, they got cowboy hats, they've got horses. Let's check out Texas. Let's see what kind of live classes are going on in Texas right now. Oh, we got some gifting and receivings, clarity nights. And it looks like it's kind of all over Laredo, Austin, Katy, Houston, but it's nice here. You can actually see the location. It goes deeper than just the state. Joy of Business Tasters, all of these beautiful people have access bars classes. Man, March 5th is going to be off the hook. But if you keep going, you'll see SC extravaganza, changing the issues of abuse. You know, there are things other than just your bars classes and foundations that are going to pop up. 9 trannies, access 3-day body class, foundation. If you didn't know, Blidlerville is actually where they have the ranch. So, but anyway, my point is that it can actually be a lot of fun to say, like, what do I want to choose? Like, what would be interesting for me to choose? And if you're somewhere, for example, like Vermont, it might make this easier to look in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Or you're in Maryland, but you want to look in Maryland and you want to look in Virginia. You can look in the nearby states a lot easier when you do a search in this particular way. See what I'm saying? And it could be like, for example, someone in Norfolk, Virginia is actually right on the border of North Carolina, and you might want to cross state lines. So here's how you check and figure out how that's possible. Let me see if I can figure out how to stop sharing and say something to you so we can say bye-bye for now. So that is something that I like to do. I like to play with. I like to see what classes are available. Where might I like to go? When I have a facilitator I like, which I didn't show you, I know we're not even going to go, we can't go into everything. okay, we can, just, I'm not going to right now. You can go into that facilitator's list of offerings, and they'll tell you more about yourself and, or, oh, I mean, maybe they will tell you more about yourself. They'll tell you more about themselves. And then they will also have whatever classes they have currently scheduled will be posted. So any questions, or reach out to me. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, bye-bye for now.